I'm trying to launch brick and mortar STEAM workshop spaces throughout the United States as like a franchise model. So the way that this would work is that each month there would be a different career that we focus on. So if you look on my website, that's steamwithceleste.com, you can see that I've divided my curriculum into 12 months, and each month is a different career. So there's engineering, geology, meteorology, astronomy, engineering, general science, chemistry, biology, physics. I don't know how many I've listed, but there's a bunch. And then each month is then divided into subunits that go a week long. So if you're learning about, so say you're learning about botany, 1 week you're learning about parts of the plant. 1 week you're learning about like fruits and flowers. 1 week you're learning about what you need to have a successful garden. 1 week you're learning about trees and leaves or whatever it is. So then the STEAM with Celeste like franchise umbrella, every location that is in the franchise follows the curriculum. So all of us collaboratively are learning about physics for the month of, I don't know, October, whatever it is. And then week 1 of October, we are all collectively learning about magnets. Week 2 of October, we are all collectively learning about gravity. Week 3, we all collectively learn about, I don't know, light. And then week 4 is up to that particular franchise for what they want to do. So if they want to do one of the curriculums that is there, so if they want to do force and motion, they can do that. If they want to do something else that is within the physics realm, they can do that. So there is wiggle room so that every franchise has their own spin on it and there's space for creativity. So the actual activities that they do each week would kind of depend on the location. But there would be like the STEAM spotlight for that theme would be like across all the locations. So for example, if we're learning about engineering, then and the week that we're doing is the circuit lab, then all the locations across the whole space would do snap circuits as their STEAM spotlight. Or if the location, or say we're doing botany and the subunit for the week in April or whatever it is parts of a plant, then the whole, like everybody would be doing like parts of the plant taste test as their STEAM spotlight. Say we're in the month that we're learning about zoology and we're in bug week, all across the board, we're all going to do mealworm investigations. So we learn about mealworms and we like hold on to them and then see what happens as you let mealworms turn into their cocoons and then turn into beetles. So across the board, we're all doing the same curriculum. But then at the end of the month, when there's the 4th week, each franchise can do whatever they want, as long as it like ties into the overarching career. So it's career, subunits, and then each subunit has a STEAM spotlight that will be the same across the board. Now, there's also going to be like a little like shop in the front of these franchise locations. So the items that are there are going to change out every month depending on the theme. So for the month of, so say we're learning about chemistry, well now we're going to sell chemistry related activities and projects. So we're selling kits. We're selling like branded t-shirts, branded whatever it is that match with chemistry. And then when we switch to zoology, well, now we're going to sell zoology kits, or now we're going to, whatever it is. And now we have local places that are all in our local area. So say in my area, we have a place that is a reptile farm that I actually worked at. Weird story. But say you have a reptile farm that now gets involved and comes in and does demos during reptile week. But maybe this other place, they don't have a reptile farm near somewhere in Minnesota randomly, but they do have a quarry. I don't know, our quarries in Minnesota. So that then when we're learning about like gems, rocks, and minerals, then the quarry can come in and share what they have. So every single location would bring in community involvement so that kids have the opportunity to learn how much there is in STEM and in STEAM.